Alright guys, welcome everybody. Today I am with Alina and together we wanted to make a video about our experiences on the German working culture. In this video we are going to give you 10 characteristics that we found out or we together agree on that the German working culture has, and maybe you can just take some kind of motivation from it, or maybe just look forward to that of actually, you know, when you're coming here then you can start working and you will be expecting those kind of traits or qualities at work. So Jinx, how about we start with our CVs almost? What has been like, where did you work?
I think your work experience is less, you can start.
Yeah. Alright, let's do that. So I started doing my internship at Schleich-Bergermann Partner at the age of 20, and then I was working at WTM Engineers in Hamburg at the age of 21.
Mine is actually a little bit funny. When I was 15 and I got of age, my mom told me to get a job and to earn my own pocket money. So on weekends after school, or sometimes after school, I started working in a coffee shop. And then I went to the US with 16 and I went there alone by myself for 1 year. And then when I came back, and after some time when I was 18, I was working for a Turkish boss, and all the employees, most of them were Turkish too. And it was a nice experience, and they were really chilled out, and I think for the age of 18 it was perfect. And then with 20 I started studying and working in a hotel with Germans, and yeah, that was really interesting experience. And now at the moment I'm working for Indians, and I have been doing that since 2.5 years.
I think these are our CVs, and with this we are going to start our experiences, and Alina is going to take up the first one.
Number one was get to the point, and that for me I think is one of the most important points, especially when I was working in the hotel. People like if I had an issue or if I wanted to tell something to my colleagues, they don't want you to tell long explanations. They will make a very annoyed face and they will expect you to get to the point very quick in a few words. Especially at jobs where there's a lot of work pressure and you have to be very fast, they expect you to get to the point within few words. So I think this is most important.
Just to add to this point today, like I wanted to go and ask a supervisor, you know, when are the results coming from an exam. And so what the mistake I did was I knocked at the door and then I asked her, like, do you have time, like hast du kurz Zeit? So I said that, and in that one, like, she already got annoyed. She was like, you're here already, so like just ask your question and leave. So like this is really important, that every single second when you're like speaking to them, it's like ticking in their head, and you have to be careful about it.
One thing I want to add, during our tour in India, when we were doing the seminars, many people who were asking questions, they were talking for such a long time, and like I kept on saying, get to the point, so many people get to ask their questions.
Yeah, then I mean people get too selfish at the time. It's like, you know, we are getting this time, let's just use as much as we can. And here, like, you know, the culture is like, even if you're walking in a very busy street, you will be like looking back like 2 or 3 times to see if somebody wants to cross. So like this level of consideration is kept for other people, which we somehow lack.
And I think like Germans respect other people's time, so I think that is very important.
So the second point is punctuality. I mean, there's really not too much to say about it. They expect you to be on time, and not just on time. If you are there like 5 minutes before, it's already giving them some kind of mental peace that, you know, yes, this person respects our time, and for the same to just return that kind of respect, they will also try to be on time. So like this kind of culture is something that is really important, especially when you just want to ensure that all of the deadlines you have, all of the kind of appointments you have, everything is being on time.
Yeah, and I think if you come late, then in Germany it's like
or if you cancel a meeting and you had to meet and you cancel like half an hour before or like 1 hour before, Jesus, like you will never be seeing that person again.
No, but if you come late, then they will make faces. And sometimes even when I used to be in school, I had to they didn't let me enter the class, and I had to wait till the end of the class and to go to the next class.
Yeah.
That was really bad.
So I mean, just like very important things that you have to take care of. I mean, these are the things that I actually love. And this is the reason when I went to India like this time, it was a bit annoying because everything that we wanted to start on time like couldn't get started on time just because of the infrastructure. Like here, when you know that you will be leaving at maybe 12:10, you will reach somewhere at 12:21. In India, you don't know that. You don't have that kind of like reliability because it's just too chaotic there.
And then the third point is speed. Well, that is for me because I used to work in the hotel. Speed, they used to sometimes even scream at you like schneller, schneller, like faster, faster, and there was a lot of pressure in my job about speed, which I really hate, and I don't think I can ever work in a hotel again.
I have never really seen that kind of things, but in general, like I haven't seen like this kind of stress in my working places, so I cannot really say much about this thing here. But I've seen Alina like getting annoyed when I'm like slow in something, and she's like, why are you too slow?
Yes.
Why are you working like a tortoise?
Actually, we had a lot of fights in the starting of
first
our
year,
relationship because he was very slow.
Yeah.
But I think once you start living in Germany, you will get used to the speed.
Yeah. Even walking, I think.
Number 4 is independence. And for me, it was like when I used to ask questions at work, either they used to tell me, you already asked this, don't ask again. They used to tell me to write in a notebook, and they just expect you to either know everything by yourself or to research it, or they will expect you after one time telling that you already remembered that, and they will not want you to ask a second time. Like they will get upset about that. That's what I have experienced.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, they want you to go through the entire kind of like alternatives and solutions on your own. They don't want you to ask them like too many times because it like generally is seen as annoying and something like you're a baby and you're not able to like handle tasks on your own. So like this is again something that you have to take care of here.
Number 5 is contract. And what we mean with contract is that...
Yeah, the job description, right?
Yeah.
So like the fun thing here, like in India, what we see is like, even if you're hired as an engineer, your boss can tell you to like bring a cup of coffee or like make a cup of tea and stuff like that, which is like really horrible, which shouldn't happen because it's not just in your job description.
I think it also happens in the Western world, but like with interns, and like if you have a higher position, you will never be asked to do such things. Well, I can't say never, but most of the times. And that's what I really like about Germany, like that you sign a contract and you will be only used for these tasks. Okay, number 6 is thoroughness.
Yeah, so from thoroughness, I mean, it's a very nice characteristic that we find that every single task, like I said, that is given to you, they expect you to just go through it in detail, that the work that you put in front of them at the end, it's complete. That they know that you have like gone through it properly and like you just didn't write the whole thing down just the night before.
Yeah, and it's not like that you will do your job and then they will check it and then you will correct it. No, they expect you to do it perfectly, that they don't even have to check it, and corrections are not supposed to happen afterwards.
Yeah, that was the big problem in my internship. So like again, like I didn't know that this kind of culture exists, so like I was just like giving out some kind of like not so careful solutions out, and in the end it was like very problematic for me to when I was like quitting the internship. So like I was quitting the internship almost in a bad image in the perspective of that particular task that was given to me. Other things were still fine, but because I didn't do that task properly and like I still made some mistakes there, so like it wasn't that nice.
So number 9 is reasonable/human. What we mean by that is that Germans, they are very understanding, in my opinion. Like when you tell them I'm very sick, or my child is sick, or I really have to go to the doctor, they will give you some time off, or they will not like treat you like a bad person when you come afterwards to work. That's what I really like. And then yeah, that was human and reasonable is what were we thinking about that?
Reasonable?
Yeah.
Yeah, as in like if you're sick or something, I think it's pretty much the same thing that we wanted to say.
Okay.
Like if you're having some kind of family situation or like if you're getting sick or something, like they really know that you might be saying it because it's actually happening and not just because you're making this up. So that was something that I found also like very important. Like it just reduces the kind of bureaucracy that you need. Like for example, you don't need to apply for a sick leave if you're just having if you're sick for like 1 or 2 days or something. That's how it was in my internship. And also I think at OMA's they don't really have to like submit the
not for 3 days.
Yeah, exactly. So like these kind of things are really nice.
And then one thing I wanted to say, that some companies, they even like reward you if you are not sick in the year. They will give you like a bonus of like 500 euros that you didn't took any sick leave.
Yeah, so like that is how they encourage you to like, you know, work more and not like by penalizing you for like taking a day off or something like that.
Yes. Number 9, less ego. That means that even if you are the boss, you will not like treat your, I'm saying, lower employees like...
Yeah, like lower employees, like,
like,
you know, it's just so common that, like, just look at the universities. Now, as soon as, like, Alina saw that when I was in the university, as soon as I had to go in front of the HOD, you had to actually put your voice down, you had to be extra humble and extra sensitive in front of the HOD so that he gives you a leave.
And when I saw this, I got so furious. And
she was like, why are you behaving like that? Why were you acting like that? And I was like, Alina, that's how things work.
And
if you want to get your things done in India, you have to be nice. If you are not nice, then it's not going to work out.
And like this constant sir, and like that was just horrible for me to see, because in Germany it's really not like that. Of course, in Germany you always say like Mr. this and last name if it's like your boss.
Herr Chaudhry.
Like Mr.
Boss.
Yeah, Herr Chaudhry. But like this sir and the...
Yeah, in general, like, you know, I have never seen, for example, this CEO we met, who was the president of Deutsche Bahn, Rüdiger Gruber. He had a class with us, and such a chilled out guy, like absolutely no ego whatsoever. Most of the professors we meet who are having their own companies or something, absolutely fine. They wouldn't talk down on you. Like some people are always like, of course, mentally retarded a bit, but like most of the professors, they wouldn't be like that. Most of the people that you will see here wouldn't be like that. And this is something which I really like, that they keep you at the same level and actually think that the arguments that you are making are something worth listening to. So this is something which I also really like.
Number 10 is trust and having your back. Like what I have experienced is that, for example, if a customer was rude to me, that my boss used to say, please don't treat our employees like this, and if you cannot do that, then never come back. Like they really used to have our backs and they used to trust us a lot. And like when I used to be in the hotel and I used to be still in my studies, they used to give me like large amounts of money, and I used to just run to the bank, and they used to trust me with this money completely.
So I never really experienced any kind of problem like regarding trust or like having your back. But I think like in some other professions where you have a lot of public dealing, this becomes really important. Now again, like I'm not trying to say everything like negative about India, but like these are just the things which are needing some really major improvement in the working culture in India, that most of the times the employers are so desperate for their clients that they will like absolutely forget that their employee is a human.
Yes.
So just to make the deadlines meet, they will make the employees go through absolute hell so that the client is happy on the other side. Well, this is not really the case, because everybody takes the responsibility of any screw up or any kind of reward as a whole. Again, in general, like these 10 things, like these are the things that we could actually quantify and put in a video and actually present in front of you. But there are also like so many tiny details that you would actually enjoy when you're working here.
Yeah, I think definitely we can even do a second part or like get more into detail about like how we experience work. I mean, you didn't have so much, but let's see how people like this video.
Yeah, let us know in the comments how do you like this video, and if you want to see more videos like this with Alina, maybe discussing the German experiences or something. In any case, thank you, Alina. Thanks for your time. Well, it's mine anyways. And thanks a lot for your time, everybody who has been watching this video. Share it with your friends if you feel like it.
Check my channel.
Alright, yeah, let's just pitch it in right away.
Yes.
Alright, anyways, thanks a lot for watching and give it a thumbs up. We'll see you in another video. Bye bye.
Bye.